Live there now. This is a town that is less than 1,000 people. You're standing there with the neighbor. We've seen the homes, Keenan, that you have showed us that have been destroyed by this, the debris field, and you're with the mayor at this point. What can he tell us, Keenan?
Really, Mr. Mayor, you stand here and obviously look in your community and see the devastation around you. What goes through your mind when you see homes leveled, the roads crossed with trees?
Well, it's devastation, but the main thing, as far as we've heard so far, nobody's not been any loss of life, some bumps and scrapes and that type thing, but no loss of life. So the rest of it we can deal with. So.
You told me, I mean, obviously a close-knit community here. You know the people. Look at this home behind us here. Just, I mean, in a complete room exposed, the roof gone. Yeah. What can you tell me about those people?
They work, the gentlemen here, three Hispanic gentlemen, they work over here at for the cemetery group. They were in the house when it happened. I know one of them had a bump on the head, and they called EMS for him. The other two, I think, were fine. Just everybody's emotions is the main thing. Right across the street, the house there, I think there were 2 or 3 small children in there. They came through it fine. I think one of them stepped on a nail when they came out, but like I say, nobody that I know of has been seriously injured, and the property damage and stuff, we'll deal with it as we have to deal with it.
And there is going to be a lot. I mean, we're standing in one place here, and I can look around and see 5 homes that in some cases have been probably total losses.
Total loss. You
look at the next steps now as the leader of this community. What are the things you all have to do here?
Well, we'll be working with the county, the state, whoever we need to. I've been mayor here for 3 years. This is the first time anything like this has happened, so it's going to be a learning curve for all of us, but we'll get in touch with the county and state and just go from there and reach out to everybody and do what we can for people in this community.
We are tracking, the situation at the hospital. We've heard of arrivals and people coming in with injuries sustained here. As you said, we have not heard of any fatalities, thankfully, at this point. But as you come away from this situation as the leader of this community, what's going to be your lasting impression of this day and as you look ahead?
Well, the lasting impression of this day is I don't ever want to see another one like it again, because it went from sunshine to pitch black. And I guess this storm here lasted probably less than a minute, and you see what it's done. We just thank the good Lord that nobody lost their life.
Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and I'm sure that you all will bounce back very quickly.
We will.
Thank you, sir.
Right, thank you.
As we said here, we are on the ground in Dortches trying to keep track of what sort of damage has taken place, how people are going to be picking up and moving forward, and the real people, obviously, who have seen impacts like this one in just the last few hours and are trying to pick up the pieces of their lives now and get their families back on track. We're going to have more voices and more real people impacted in the next few hours here from Nash County. Back to you.
Keenan, thank you so much. It's good to hear from the mayor, to know that he is on the ground there and taking care of families. But man, it's disheartening to hear and to see what those families have gone through, people who have lost so much. The idea of children being in those homes as they were torn to bits, and how terrifying that must have been for all of them. I want to give you an idea of what I'm just hearing now from my producer, to give you an idea of what you can expect watching us as we move forward. We have Sky 5 in the air headed to that area. Again, this swath of Nash County, where for 30 minutes this tornado tore a path 2.5 miles wide of debris, essentially between Red Oak and Rocky Mount. This is some imagery of that debris field that we can see, and that is that path that that if you watched here on breaking news and you see where Dortches is right there, you can also see I-95. It went right over that area. We are getting some brand new video at this point from a viewer, Jacob Pitchford. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but you get an idea of what this looked like as it moved through, and the way that some people were reacting. Of course, you saw the vehicle going in reverse. Traffic laws don't really matter at this point when you're trying to avoid a storm like that. But this is the tornado we can assume caused that debris field, the damage that we have been showing you, the injuries we have been talking about. Again, just a terrifying sight for anybody, not just to see on video now, but could you imagine encountering this on the road with your own eyes? We also have Shelley Jackson. She's going to be headed to the Pfizer plant. This is the location we were just showing you moments ago. Michelle McConaughey talking to an employee there who shot some dynamic video outside. This is the image now of the damage left to that plant. So again, we're talking about serious damage from this tornado, and the people inside. You see the cars in the parking lot. This, you know, it is a Wednesday, folks. People are at work. You might be watching this from work now or headed home after seeing everything that has been going on here. We also have Chelsea Donovan heading to that same scene. Of course, as reporters, they get there, they have to set up a signal, get back in touch with the station. But in a matter of moments, we are going to have live footage from the ground talking to those reporters, so please stay with us in that regard. Meteorologist Mike Mays has been standing by. Mike, here's the thing. The weather is not over. I mean, in our area specifically, we're going to get a little bit of a break, but folks are gearing up for another round of this tomorrow, which has to be disheartening for anyone who is cleaning up.
And what we're looking at mainly tomorrow is a damaging wind potential for some hail, and not likely to be a tornado setup for the day tomorrow. And today wasn't either. So whenever we do have a severe threat, you cannot rule out